I'm painting a painting that I've been working on for years. It's called the Grand Canyon. Hot air balloons over the Grand Canyon. So I don't know why it's taken me so long. I've redone it like 30 times. I've just never been happy with it. Then I was happy with it, and then I threw all these yellow like squiggles all over it, and I became very unhappy with it. So I'm finishing it off. I'm finally decided it's time to finish this painting, and my art has been described as the art of innocence. So a lot of what I paint is like something like not everything obviously, but paintings like this is something that like a kid would paint. There's a word for it. I can't remember the word. I think it's called fauvism. So it's like a very innocent way of painting. For some reason, I was never good at art. My if you read anything about my art career, I think I've been to perhaps 2 or 3 museums in my whole life. One of them being the MoMA. I literally ran through the MoMA in 10 minutes, went to see the Mona Lisa, and walked straight out. So I never really liked art. I didn't really appreciate art. I was too busy thinking about other things. So I taught myself how to paint, and no one taught me anything. I just trial and error. I just did whatever I wanted. There was absolutely no rules when I started to paint. Zero. And I literally painted everything that I own. I eventually tattooed that tattoo down my arm, which says the freest man in the world. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to clean my brush. I'm a rustic painter. So the energy that you see in my paintings is... I think we're back. Let me see who's on there. Hi everybody. I don't know who's there, but I'm not good at reading and talking at the same time. So in any case, I'm going to start doing this a lot more, especially now it's coming Christmas, for the Jews, Hanukkah. And I've had a really busy and successful year, thank God, despite the coronavirus. And it's nice company to paint with people watching you, I suppose. Not all the time, but definitely now. This is a neon orange. I use a mixture between house paints, extremely expensive, acrylic paints, very seldom oil paints, and just basic paints. So depending on what I'm painting, I use different mediums. So what I'm doing now is when you paint with neon paints, have a look at that. I did a coat of it, and the coat of paint is too opaque, so I'm actually doing a second coat, so I can actually get the richness of the color. This painting to me is mesmerizing. It's my version as an adult of looking at beautiful hot air balloons over the Grand Canyon would be. And when I started to paint, people thought that my style was cute and nice, and everybody thought it was sweet, and I decided that I was going to become a famous artist or a successful artist and donate a lot of money to different organizations, different wonderful charities. And I had an undying belief that I would make it in the art business against all odds. Nobody gave me a chance, and I'm very grateful that I have done nicely, and I have fun with it. This painting may only sell in 10 years. I don't know. It may never sell. I may decide to never sell it, but I've had a lot of fun painting it. I seriously have. I had a friend that saw it before I put these yellow lines on it, which I may leave on now, but when she saw the changes that I'd made, she was devastated. She said it was one of her best paintings. And in any case, it's been a work in progress, yeah. How many people are still there? I don't know. If you're enjoying it, send a couple of hearts, I suppose. That's what people do. And I'm painting in my vest, like an old school, like Picasso. Picasso used to paint in vests. Long live Picasso. God bless him, man. He was a good artist. He was a good artist, if I say so myself. And extremely successful. Van Gogh, on the other hand, was a tormented soul, who, as everybody very well knows, sold nothing in his lifetime. And which just says something to you about art. It's such a silly industry. Like, how can a man sell nothing in his lifetime? Well, one painting. He sold one painting that his brother bought. His brother was his financier. So his brother bought one painting and just literally gave him money every month. And then all of a sudden he became a guy whose paintings sell for when he was dead many years later. He was hailed as one of the great artists of all time. It's just so... I can't really think of the adjective to describe how that could happen. There are a lot of people say that the right people just bought his paintings. Somebody saw a painting, they bought it, then another person said, wow, what a great painting, and then the rich started buying, and then all of a sudden it was just, everybody went crazy. So, in any case, he shot himself in the stomach. It took him like 3 days to die. I'm not laughing at him. I suffer from depression and anxiety and a lot of different mental things, as I think we all do. But I mean, he died a bad death. He shot himself, and he should have shot himself in his stomach. I mean, it was the wrong place to shoot, I suppose, if you're looking to end your life. So let's discuss a bit of painting technique. Let's show you how it's looking. I think I'm going to put a few cherry blossom little trees over here. Maybe I'll put a little bird flying in there. I don't know. It's just my imagination, you know. I'm making a pretty little scene. Such a beautiful little happy little scene. In this time, I've got this, you know, I've got so much to say. But you obviously don't know me. most of you that are watching, but I used to be a boxing promoter, a fight promoter in Las Vegas. There you can see is my boxing gloves. So you got this guy that's in a blood sport that kind of hung up his gloves to paint innocent, sweet, lovely. As I said, obviously this is a childlike painting, so childlike painting could sell for $50 million one day. But it's the painting that's coming out of me, coming out of my soul. And I do believe that everybody watching here should paint their own painting and hang it on their wall in their own house. After all, you paid a lot of money for your house or what you rent. You buy furniture, you do all this stuff. Go and buy a canvas. They're not expensive. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. I'll tell you where to go and buy them from. And some paints that don't have to be expensive paints. And truly just have a ball painting. It's coming, the December holidays. Well, in America things are, I'm from South Africa originally. And the South African accent was voted the most sexiest accent in the world. If you think the South African accent is sexy, including men, then, just send a heart or another wave. Let us see. I'm not happy with this heart. I don't like this vibe. So I'm just gonna look. The beautiful thing about painting is that you can just fix anything that you don't like. So this has been here for years. Now it's disappearing, and it's going to become something magnificent. I don't know what I'm going to put on here. Maybe I'll put a big fat smiley face, like an emoji, which would look cool in a funky apartment. So you got this childlike rendition of the Grand Canyon. I don't know. Maybe I'll write 186,000 miles per second, which is a number that always fascinates me because it's the speed of light. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second, and you can't comprehend it, because that means that a single beam of light can travel around the world 7 times in 1 second. So I'm fascinated by that fact. So I might just put that in the middle of the painting, in that hot air balloon, so that when people read it and look at it, and people come to somebody's house and see it, or to my house, and they say, what is 186,000? And then it's a talking point about life and creation and whatever you believe. I mean, if you don't believe in creation and you're a evolutionist, I believe in creation, but that's my own belief system. But if you're an evolutionist or you're an atheist, it'll be interesting to discuss how the fact light can travel around the world, one beam about that big, and 7 times in 1 second. So that's 7 times it went around the entire world. Whew. That's a crazy concept, if I say so myself. So let's get we're going to fix up this little green balloon over there. Can you see it? It's a dark green. We don't want dark for our hot air balloons. Whoever wanted to see a depressing dark green balloon, hot air balloon. Wow. No one. There once was somebody that wanted to see a hot air balloon. Let's see who's on there. Young Joseph Giorgio, Ricardo, Ella K. So nice to have you all. Oh my gosh. Ella K. My. Thanks for watching, all of you. You know, I've realized that it doesn't matter how many people are watching. The truth of the matter is that I've definitely got the energy to be I mean, I should have 300,000 people watching this. But I'm ecstatic with the 6 of you who are on, because it's not amount of people that are watching, it's the message that you get across to people. If you can just affect some person's life in a day or teach them something new, it's not the amount of people, it's what you impart with the people that you're working with or that you're talking to. So I'm grateful for you to be on this feed. Can you see how that green just popped out and like has now become much brighter? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these dry, and then I'm going to come and decorate them all. Some of them with maybe little hearts, some of them with dots. Maybe I'll put a Coca-Cola sign or a Pepsi sign. Maybe I'll do some I don't know what I'm going to do. Honestly, I really don't. All I know is that it's going to be finished in the next few days. And I will go live every time I do go on this painting. So you can see it finished. I've never done that before. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for sharing this with me.